What's up everyone, it's Jan Bors, new video, and in this video I will be talking about the most evil guy of Eurovision, and this is apparently Crister Björkman. Oh my god, here we go again. Let's talk. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome to my podcast, and welcome to topic of today. Of course, I have much more content to do, so please subscribe to the channel, check the videos, become a member for exclusive content, and support me by buying me a super like or, becoming a member. Really, it will help me, but let's talk about the topic of today, and that's the evil Swedish mafia guy, Crister Björkman. Why is he again doing Eurovision? I went through so many fun media, personal accounts from other fans' accounts to find out like he's the evil Sith Lord of Eurovision, Crister Björkman. And I was wondering why he? Why not somebody else? And I didn't find a conclusion, so write me in the comments below actually why you don't like Crister Björkman. Is this because he had a very successful career, or he made Melody Festival into rise up to become super modern show, or because his face is everywhere around Eurovision? Well, clap, 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 clap actually. That means that Eurovision and Swedish Eurovision approach actually, and Swedish television approach created superstars among producers, and they're just not just the powerhouse of creating and giving chance and developing a music industry, musicians, composers, all this crazy stuff around, but also they did this miracle with the producers, directors, all the professionals around, not Eurovision, but around TV industry. Because those people are able in their domestic market, 10 million people, right? It's like Czechia. It's a little bit less than Czechia. They're able to do shows on the world quality, with world quality technology and world quality approach, original approach. Those are the people who are setting trends. And now they're not setting trends on just what you see the outcome, but also the all technology behind the cameras, all the system behind the cameras. And the head of this, or one of those teams, it's Crister's team, and this is why under his command, and because he's like a showrunner kind of, just give me a second, light again. I always choose the wrong period of time to shoot with, clouds everywhere. Don't do this at home, but where else I can do it? Anyway, and they created a system with the team which it's just smooth, and he's the tip of the iceberg. He's the one who's commanding it. He's the one who has those people again in the dark, so this will be like and this is actually wonderful because also he takes super other talented people to his team. He's strengthening it. He's watching around who he can work with. Of course, he's a producer. Come on, he has his own team. It's a fast. This is how TV industry works in general, everywhere. And if you're a producer for a long time and you're not switching countries, like for example me. You establish your team and you keep it and you develop it, and from time to time you take somebody else in here and do this, because this what you talk about Crister, you can tell about any other country which always has some, especially those smaller countries have their dominant director, dominant showrunner or somebody else, and then the rest always why just him? In this case, if I can compare it for example to Czech or Slovakian market, they always invent something new. They don't copy paste ideas of others. They more likely bring their own ideas. They refresh it. They are never satisfied. They want to do it a little bit anew. They want to try something with more control, less control, this and that, what can help the show. They're always trying to do something new. Sometimes you agree with it, sometimes I agree with it, and sometimes I don't, but at least they are doing it. And I'm talking them because it's not just Crister. Crister is just the head of this, who has a team, and the team is hired by somebody. He's not hiring also himself, right? And is he influential? He is influential, of course. Come on, with such a career, how many people in Europe you have in general like this? Czechia has exactly 0 people like this. And back to this Czech and Slovakian market, in here, most of the showrunners I know, most of the directors I know, even though they are very good, they have good teams, they are not bringing their own ideas. They're copy-paste what they see somewhere else. Those markets, so why, for example, Czechs are not there? Those markets don't let people to invent. I'm a big exception. I'm different. I'm also not really like a Czech. And also, it's a complicated life for me because I'm thinking differently. But I adore people like Crister, Björkman because they were stubborn and they went for their dream. They needed to work very, very hard. They must be very, very confident because you cannot do it without those skills. You must be very confident. You must know what you want to do. You must have a super team of people exactly like you with mutual respect among each other to develop things and create smooth organization of Eurovision Song Contest inside the contest, what you see, the outcome in the TV. Because this is Crister's and his team responsibility. He's not doing PR, he's not doing security, he's not, no. Content, what you see in television after all. And for this, just to create this, it's hardcore. And I was working with Crister, of course, not in his team, but I saw how he works, how he listens, how he is able to discuss, how he is able to think about the ideas, how tough he also is, how strict he might be, but also how open-minded and professional. I think this is a rare combination of all of those skills without also being like, completely tangent crazy. Like, I can compare with people in here, in this area. Like, in here, if Eurovision is done in here and the television would think who to ask, I'm pretty sure they won't really ask anybody on like in here. There is no one even close to this experience, to this level of production managing, of this level of understanding, because no one just worked on such projects in the roles of really doing the whole conceptual work. No one, and it's a pity, but this is what we are shooting ourselves in the legs, that we don't create such people, we don't have such demands, and we don't have even such passion or value. We don't want to create a value, we forgetting that by developing television, we're not helping, for example, with Eurovision, we're not helping just the artists, we're helping always also everybody involved in those teams to develop their skills. And if we are not doing this, any other country who are doing it, like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, they're getting much closer. Norway, all those countries getting much closer also to the jobs, like being appointed as a content producer for the whole Eurovision. Why countries approach Crister? Why they want to work with him? First of all, probably it's very pleasant working with him. So this is an experience he earned. He needed to earn this. Second of all, wonderful results. Wonderful results of smoothness. The show works, the show have results, no problems. And then imagine yourself executive producers at TV who invest a lot of money into something which just needs to work. It needs to work once because there is no second chance. And you go with the assurance. This is assurance, and this is not a project where you want to risk. You're not giving this to talent. The talent needs to prove on the lower shows or not that big shows to giving this opportunity. And probably they also don't have such a person who understand the international project, because Eurovision, it's not Swiss project. Swiss is producing it. It will be Swiss. Still, it's international project because people like Crister, they need to deal with every single delegation. They need to fulfill their dreams. It's completely different scale of product than you can imagine, and this is not for everybody. And you go with something which is called safety with the guys who wants to always improve what they are doing. And that's why I don't understand that you're pointing on like this is Crister Björkman again, he's ruining Eurovision. He's not. He actually is one of the guys who made Eurovision nowadays what it is, how cool it is. And maybe, in my opinion, different way that maybe I would like to. But after all, it works, and for me, I learned so much with approach and everything. So from professional point of view, I don't really get it, and I really would like you to understand it, because in my opinion it makes no sense. Actually, you should say like, wow, I'm very curious who will be in the team and who they will develop this year, or this is not an issue. And definitely it's not an issue of Crister Björkman, because you then complain to television. He's not hiring himself, but I'm glad they hired him, because of him a lot of other people can develop their skills. It's simple as that. Maybe it's unfair, but we are talking about international business, we are talking about international project, and we are talking about one of the, if not the biggest TV live show on earth. You don't do risks with this. It just don't belong. It's a logical thing, and they just know that now they are safe and they can focus on completely different things, which maybe and might be also concerning you, like PR and so on. And I will be curious who's gonna do this actually, because in my opinion, this was the issue last year, not the contest itself, the TV. You know, that worked perfectly after all. At least in my opinion, but maybe you have completely different one. Write me in the comments below, what do you think? Subscribe, like, become a member, or support me by giving me a super like or buy me a coffee. And see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.